devil, man. It's Congress. They passed a secret law to put backward messages in our records, man. They want to kill rock and roll because they know what makes us horny, man.
Steven, shout out to Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, of course, but do we shut them out? I don't know, because this story is insane. Danny Masterson, of course, Steven Hyde, of That 70 Show was sentenced to 30 years in prison for 2 women. This dude right here was one of the people I loved in this show. He was always funny, he was always great, but this is sick. Let's just go break down and see what else he has going on with this. Let's watch this story. 30 years to life for actor Danny Masterson. We always like when people get their justice, get their due. If it's proven in court and it's proven that he did it, he needs to go to jail. 30 years might not be enough because it was 2, but 1, we're going to find out later, got mistrial because they got hung jury, not mistrial. And this story is absolutely sickening. Yo, Hollywood, we got to talk about this. We have to have a discussion with Hollywood about what's going on. That's like one of them psychopaths when you used to start listening that they just stoic. They don't have no emotion. They're drained of emotion. They don't feel anything. Bro, you got accused of something terrible. Why are you stoic? Why are you emotionless? Can you explain that to me? Why do you not have emotion in this story? I don't get it, bro. Why? Why do you not have listen? Ooh, the Church of Scientologists. That is very interesting. Like, again, LA weird stuff. Let's go listen to this report. A judge sentenced the 70 Show star Danny Masterson to 30 years to life in prison Thursday for 2 women, giving them some relief after they spoke to court about a decade of damage he'd inflicted. When you stole from me, said one woman who Masterson was convicted of in 2003. I want y'all in 2003. You are pathetic, disturbed, and completely violent, she said. The world is better off with you in prison. The Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Charlene F. Amato handed down the sentence to the 47-year-old Masterson after hearing statements from the women and pleas of fairness from the defense attorney. The actor, who has custody since May, sat in court wearing a suit. Masterson watched the women without visible reaction. Again, that's weird. I don't know if a judge will ever tell you, yo, don't react because you look like a sociopath. Without visible reaction, they spoke. He maintains his innocence and his attorney plans to appeal. The other woman Masterson was found guilty of said he has not shown an ounce of remorse for the pain he caused. She told the judge, I knew he belonged behind bars for the safety of all women he came into contact with. I am so sorry. I am so upset. I wish I reported him sooner to the police. After the initial jury failed to reach the verdict on 3 counts in December and a mistrial was declared, prosecutor retried Masterson on all 3 counts earlier this year, which is interesting. Masterson waived his right to speak before he was sentenced and had no visible reaction after the judge's decision. That's 2 times he had this happen and he has no reaction. Nor did his family member sitting beside him. His wife, actor Bijal Phillips, was tearful earlier in the hearing. At the second trial, a jury found Masterson guilty of 2 of the 3 counts. May 31st, both attacks took place in Masterson's Hollywood area home in 2003 while he was at the height of his fame in the Fox News Network's sitcom That 70 Show. They cannot reach a verdict on the 3rd count and allegation that Masterson, also a longtime girlfriend. That's always hard to prove. The longtime girlfriend is always a hard thing to prove. The judge sentenced the actor after rejecting the defense motion for a new trial that was argued earlier Thursday. The sentence was the maximum allowed by law. It means Masterson will be eligible for parole after serving 25 and a half years, but can be held in prison for life. I know that you're sitting here steadfast in your claims of innocence and thus doubt victimized by the justice system that you failed, Almito told Masterson before handing down the sentence. But Mr. Masterson, you are not the victim here. Your action 20 years ago took away another person's voice and choice. One way or another, you will get to come to terms with your prior actions and their consequences. The defense sought to have sentences of 2 convictions run simultaneously and asked for the sentence to be 15 to life. The prosecution asked for a full 30 years of life sentence Masterson was eligible for. It is his life that will be impacted by this decision today. Let's go over a little bit of some of the interesting things I got from this, and then we're gonna go over the last thing that everybody want to talk about. Well, a few people want to talk about, which is Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, and his wife, who divorced him, as we saw earlier. Prosecutor Masterson used his prominence in his Church of Scientology, where all three women were also members at the time. Always interesting to see the Church of Scientology together. You know what I mean? Just going out there doing all kind of wild things that we don't support because Hollywood is full of weirdos. The women blame the church for their hesitancy in going to police about Masterson. Yeah, once you in a cult, yeah, it kind of be hard to. It's hard to be with, get out. You know what I'm saying? After sentencing, one of the women who likes Manson was born into the church, and she was shunned and ostracized for going to authorities in 2004. So this man has like a whole thing going on of multiple people doing this. I lost everything. I lost my religion. I lost my ability to contact anyone I've known for my love my entire life. She said, I didn't exist outside of Scientology world. I had to start my life all over at 29. It seemed the world I knew didn't want me to live. The church said in a statement after the trial they had no policy prohibiting or discouraging members from reporting criminal conduct or anyone, Scientologists or not. To law enforcement, it has been denied of harassing any of the women. I don't even think they had anything to do with it. It's just like, oh, this dude's a powerful person because he's rich and famous. And a lot of rich and famous people are in the Church of Scientology. That's the one thing I think that's what it is. I don't know if the church prohibits people from doing it, but they are a cult, so they probably do. Just to be honest with you. Let me know y'all think. What y'all think? Madison starred with Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, Topher Grace in that 70s show in 1998 to 2006. While the investigation began, a wave of women shook Hollywood with stories about Harvey Weinstein, October 2017. The conviction and sentencing of Masterson still represent a major Me Too era success for Los Angeles prosecutors, along with the conviction of Weinstein himself. Now let's go to this one of these other story. Wife Bijou Phillips files for divorce. Convenient time. She stuck with him during that first trial. I don't know if it was the second trial. Bijou Phillips listed a strange couple day of separation as to be determined in legal docs and said it's irreconcilable differences. Yes, he's a R-worder. That's very irreconcilable. That led to the entire end of their marriage. She asked for spousal support, attorney fees, and that her legal name be restored to Bijou Phillips. Bijou wants legal and physical custody of her 9-year-old daughter, and is willing to allow visitations for Danny. But I don't know how that's gonna work when he's in prison. He's in prison. Like how are you gonna? I don't know. Bijou Phillips has made the decision to end her marriage with Danny Man less than 2 weeks after he got 30 years to life. According to legal docs returned by TMZ, Bijou filed to end things Monday in a California court. Her attorney Peter A. Lawson. Miss Phillips has decided to file for divorce from her husband during the unfortunate time. Her priority remains with her daughter. He continues. The period has been unimaginably hard on the marriage and the family. Mr. Madison was always present for Miss Phillips during the most difficult times of her life. Miss Phillips acknowledged that Mr. Madison was a wonderful father to their daughter. By the way, I also want to go over this. Listen, just because a dude is good to the people he loves, don't mean he's a good person. Because that just means you're a stranger. And that's stranger danger because I don't care about you. And I'm not saying this, well, apparently it probably is the case. I don't know. Allegedly, the court said it did, so I guess you can't say allegedly. But yeah, this is weird though. But like I said, it's always an interesting thought that maybe the people you love, you don't know them and they treat you nice, and all of a sudden you find out they got bodies in their attic. You know what I'm saying? You got bodies in the attic, and there they go again throughout the years. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis showed their support for their 70 show brother, and they got counseled for it. And they look tired and don't shave and do whatever. Man, fix yourself up, Ashton. I appreciate you though, my guy. Not for this case because you're a sick freak for supporting this man. Unless again, you know something that I don't know, which we're going to leave no judgment on this video, but we will soon judge when we break it down even more. The case of Danny Masterson. I appreciate y'all for liking, subscribe, all of that. How do y'all feel about the whole case? Danny Masterson, did he do it? Didn't he do it? Actually, if he did it, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis supporting the wife left right after she stood by him during the case, and she just left when it apparently she is known he's gonna get life in prison. How do y'all feel about all of this? Let me know in the comments. Tell a friend to like and subscribe. As you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Every Thursday, Monday we'll be back soon, but peace.